You walk past 1,000 faces every single day. Most of them you never even notice. Some carry scars you can't read. Some carry dreams written on torn paper. But stay with this story, because once you hear Ethan's journey, you'll never look at a stranger the same way again. And maybe, just maybe, it will change the way you see your own life too. He slept on cold concrete. He held his future in a broken sketchbook. And one night, one stranger chose to stop. Not because the world had changed, but because he chose to look. This is Ethan, the boy New York forgot, until one moment changed everything. Ethan wasn't always invisible. Once, he was just a boy with a father who worked hard in a factory, and a mother who read him bedtime stories. But tragedy came too soon. One accident, one moment. His father was gone. His mother, broken by grief, slipped into drugs and eventually disappeared from his life. Ethan was left with nothing but an old sketchbook his father had given him. "Draw your dreams, Ethan," his dad once said, "but dreams are heavy when your stomach is empty." So the streets became his home, the subway became his shelter, and the world became his audience, though nobody was watching. Every day, Ethan drew. With a broken pencil, he sketched faces of strangers who never even turned to look. He drew the families he missed, the warmth he craved, the life he had lost. When it rained, his sketches bled like tears on paper. When it snowed, his frozen hands shook, but he kept drawing anyway, because sketches were all he had left of hope. But life wasn't done testing him. One evening, inside the subway, Ethan was sketching quietly when a group of teenagers walked by. They laughed at him, called him a loser, and then they tore his sketches apart, the only things he cared about. For Ethan, it wasn't just paper. It was his heart, his memories, his only friend. That night, lying on the cold ground, hungry and weak, Ethan whispered to himself, "Maybe my dreams don't matter. Maybe I don't matter." And for a moment, he believed it. But fate works in mysterious ways. The very next morning, as the crowd rushed past, a middle-aged man, a businessman, stopped. Something had caught his eye. A torn sketch lying near Ethan. It was a drawing of a mother holding her child. The pain, the love, the loss. It all lived inside that one picture. The man picked it up. He turned to Ethan and asked softly, "Did you draw this?" Ethan hesitated, then nodded. The man's eyes filled with tears. He handed Ethan his card and said, "Come to my gallery tomorrow. Your art deserves to be seen." The next day, for the first time in years, Ethan walked with nervous hope. Inside the gallery, his sketches were displayed under bright lights. People stopped. They stared. They whispered words he had never heard before. Beautiful. Powerful. Moving, one woman stepped forward, tears in her eyes, and bought his drawing. For the first time, Ethan held money earned not by begging, but by talent. Word spread quickly. Local newspapers called him the homeless artist of New York. What began in the cold subway now touched hearts across the city. Ethan's life changed, not because the world suddenly became kind, but because one man chose to stop. One man chose to see him. In a city where millions walked past him, it took just one stranger to change his story forever. So the next time you walk by someone forgotten, remember Ethan. And remember this truth: one small act of kindness can change someone's entire story.